Sounds good.
Cool. So we're live. It's still Friday, August 10th. And yeah, I feel like I'm going from one pairing session to another pairing session today, which is good. I love that. And yeah, it's cool. I think it's really nice. If I guess you're and said that you're on break from school at the moment, or is that what you said the other day, or am I mixing that up with someone else?
Oh yeah, I work full time and I go to school part time. So yeah, I took 2 months off of school.
Cool. What are you studying, if you don't mind my asking?
Computer science.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So I was thinking like, yeah, it'd be nice. The fact that you're in Pacific Standard Time, right?
Yeah.
So it'd be nice if we can do some pairing sessions because it's nice to have. I mean, other than the fact that I think I can definitely benefit and learn from you, like and tackle some issues together. It's nice to have people in different pairing session or in different time zones, because then sometimes I feel like a lot of the people that I've been doing stuff with Agile Ventures are in like 6 hours ahead of me, and then at some point it's just like drops off, and then it's kind of me by myself.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I feel. I can't ever find anyone to pair with because seems like most of the people are 12 hours ahead of me. So
Yeah,
like
I can imagine it's even more
12
difficult.
hours ahead.
So I'm only 4 hours ahead, so that normally will work out.
Yeah. It's good.
So yeah, I guess can I share my screen? And so you had mentioned that you had hit me up because of that double clicking thing that I was dealing with. So I guess I was talking to Ryder earlier today that I guess this ticket that I started working on was originally from 797 was the ticket, and it should be here in progress. So it's here. So this started 2 years ago as well. So it'd be really nice to kind of maybe come to a conclusion on this. And yeah, it was to do with the project's index redesign, but then there was like some conversations. So there was like this wireframe, or actually it doesn't even look like a wireframe. It looks like maybe a some work someone did on a branch or something. And then there was like some people talking about further down there's people, I think at the very last comment was like a couple comments ago, about 3 months ago, between Nico and Sam, and then he said that what we hear requested a lot is being able to search projects by tech stack. And then I started working on this with Stella, and Lena as well has added some. She did I don't know if you've had any contact with Lena. She's in your time zone.
Okay.
But
I have not.
No. So she's working full time and helping out when she can, and she has more of a background with like product owner, as a product owner or product manager, and she did a wireframe for us that and I guess that's what I was what I was getting to, is that I was talking to Ryder. It's quite a big like overhaul, so I'm not sure if it would have been better to probably break it up into different tickets, but I didn't, and I'm not sure. Maybe it's still a good idea to do that, but yeah. Anyways, I can show you quickly what I've been working off of, which is this here. And yeah, it's to redesign the product index page, but to have some functionality, not just CSS design. Like, so here, yeah, I guess this is this part I didn't really understand so much. Maybe I need to talk to her. But then, like, you click on find projects, and then you have here like you have like the current active projects, and you can actually look at past projects as well.
Mhm.
On the current projects, you can come here and search by skill, like technical skills and non-technical skills. So this non-technical part I haven't really focused on at all, but I have gotten the functionality working for this skill part, although I'm sure it's not perfect, and could benefit from having other people look at it with me and give their advice, and also like I was saying earlier, pull in the technologies from GitHub directly instead of adding them manually to the projects. And then this, like, maybe having a search bar or search field for the projects, and also this sorting based on, so like, yeah, that when I was saying like maybe it could be broken up into other tickets, like it seems like quite a lot to have in one ticket. But yeah, being able to search maybe by the most active or newest or most members. And then also as part of that, like this whole design, change where it has like 3 per row, and maybe 9 or 12 on the first page. And then we had some conversations around changing the pagination to infinite scroll. So I guess without talking too much more, I'll just go there and show you what I have so far. Although I've got to think what branch I'm on. I'm on the wrong branch, so let me. I'm just gonna stash this and then switch to 797. And then, like, yeah, so some of the changes I made, I ended up tracking it down to a commit that I didn't make there weren't any JavaScript changes at all. It was just like CSS changes. And that caused one of the tests to fail for the user profile, where they click on a video and then that like reorders the video, lists and puts the video in the video player. And that was breaking from the change. Some changes I made. I'm not sure exactly how, but then I was able to get it passing by double clicking on it, which I'm still not sure exactly why that's working. So this is what it currently looks like. I'm not really sure about the color, but I decided to I put a couple different colors there for someone who wants to choose the color to give their opinion on. And Sam said that it would be cool to grab these 2 colors and plug them into a color wheel and then have a color generated. And that's what I did. This one that's here was like one of those colors that was chosen, but with like 0.5 transparency or opacity, so that it's a little bit lighter and you can see the writing a little bit better. But anyways, so then you have like 9. Right now I have 9. I removed this that sidebar here that had the current projects, and so that there'd be more room here. And there's 9 projects at the moment, and also there's no like what was it? The created by created by so and so how many months ago, or the description here, because Lena, that's the feedback Lena gave me when I put this there, so that you'd have more room to be able to fit 3 per row. And then when you scroll down, you do have pagination here, if the person has JavaScript disabled for some reason. But if you scroll down enough, like it starts the infinite scroll. Although it seems like I'd have to count, but it seems like it's adding more than just the second page. So there's the first 9, and then there's the second 9. Yeah, so it's adding more than the second page.
I think you need to kind of tweak that for when it activates the infinite scroll.
Yeah. So I just kind of noticed that today, really, that it was doing that. And then, and also like you noticed that there seemed like quite a few. I mean, there are duplicates because it's the seeds, but yeah, then if you scroll down enough, which is quite a few projects, then well, it's quite a lot, huh? Then you do get to another pagination, which then you scroll down, and then at some point it stops.
Okay.
And then you have the ability to choose tech stack. So, for example, one like C plus only has two projects that are actually the same project, but I just at some point
So what if I wanted to search for a project that uses like JavaScript, like that uses Java and JavaScript? Like, what if I
yeah.
wanted to?
Right now, the way the search is working is that like if I search for Java, there should only be one project that actually uses Java, which is Met Plus, and that I put in the seed file. But actually, that searches for everything that uses Java or JavaScript because it's just pulling the first part and it's saying that it's a match for JavaScript as well. So that's probably something that needs to be fixed in how I'm implementing the searching. But I guess like the idea is that ideally, if as long as it's using the technology you're searching for, it doesn't have to be using it 100% in the project. Like it would still pop up on the list. So, and the other thing about this searching that is not working the way it probably should is that this doesn't actually come up paginated. Like there's 15 projects that use Ruby or Ruby on Rails, and it's not doing 9 per page. That only works for the that only works for the index page or for the unfiltered list. So that's something else to look at. Yeah. But yeah, and then I guess I could show you the code because that's like first of all, so I guess it's not working really 100% the way it should work. So, but even after even saying even if it is working the way it should, there's still doesn't mean that it's implemented in a good way. So I can show you that. The other thing is that I did notice that it's that I think here it is failing on Code Climate. And the reason why is because it's coming up with similar blocks of code found in 2 locations. So we do have like a scrolling feature already that's in the event instances.js, which does a really similar thing, I guess. And then we have in the projects.js as well, where you have like, yeah, pretty much the same thing. The only difference is that we added this infinite true because we're using the same. We're using one index.js.erb file that is taking care of the responses for the searches for text and also the infinite scroll. So this was kind of like a dirty hack that we put in there just to get it working, but maybe not the best way.
Okay.
So I can come this, I'll close. Actually, this I'll close as well, so I can just open it up again.
So what is the change that you made that caused the failure, and what test is failing?
Oh, it's actually passing now, but I can show you how I got it to pass, and I can recreate the failure as well. So
did you change the test in order to get it to pass?
Yeah. Yeah. So if I come, it was in the user videos feature. So it was this one here, which relies on JavaScript, where it says like selecting videos from the list. So I have some videos on Project Hello World. I'm on, and my YouTube channel is connected. I'm on my profile page. And then when I click on PP on Hello World Feature 1, then I should see PP World Feature 1 in the video description, and I should see the video PP Hello World Feature 1 in the player. So you can see I just added another for the person to click a second time.
So when you go to the actual website and you have you tried spinning it up and running that test manually?
No, admittedly I haven't, and the reason why is because I would need to add stuff to the seeds file to get it to like.
Well, you could just add some through the command line.
Yeah, true. I could just add in the console. So I would need to add YouTube videos. And I don't know, like, if this person's YouTube account is linked or not. I'm not sure that Random Guy has a YouTube link or YouTube account.
It doesn't matter. I think if you just post a link to a YouTube video, it should pop up.
Okay, so I'll come here and I will post a link to one of our pairing sessions. Martin Fowler Scrum sounds like a good one. Okay, so what is this? User.first, I think. Yep.
It's random one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So YouTube username. So I'm not sure. Do you know how to post a YouTube link?
Yeah, so there has to be posted to the event instance, I believe. So yeah, I've done this before. It's been a while though.
Yeah, it is YouTube. There's a YouTube URL that you can call.
Yeah, so I think you assign it. So you tag the link to the event instance.
So you say like event instance.
How is it done? So you need to get the event instance that Random Guy has created. So if Random Guy has created an event instance, then you're going to pull up event instance and assign the YouTube link to that event. And then when you go to Random Guy's page, it should appear.
Oh, user.first.eventinstance.create.
No, it'd be just so for instance, has Random Guy created an event instance?
I'm not sure.
So so that's not valid. So do just event instance, so capital E. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Event instance.
And then just maybe let's find out how many there are. Just do .count. Yeah. So there's 0. So there's no event instances. So here we can, yep. So let's create one. And to create one, I believe, what do we pass in there? Like
belongs to user.
Is this the model? Okay. Yeah. So
there's an event instance controller.
We can just go to the schema and see what the names are. Okay. And pass in those names. So I believe we need to pass in the ID of the user.
Yep, that's it. You or
That's not me.
I don't know where that's coming from. Yeah, I know where it's coming from. I think my mom's trying to call me. Event instance has an event ID, a title, Hangout URL created at.
So yeah, so right there, user ID. So we need to give it a title, and we need to give it a user ID, which will be random guy's user ID.
Yeah.
And then we'll give it the YouTube video ID, or not. Well, not the YouTube video ID. It's
the URL.
I'll have to take a look at the schema again.
Yeah. So event test, and then user ID is equal to user.first, or I can just put the ID as 10. Where was it? I just saw it, 1818.
Yep.
And then, yeah, YT video ID.
I think it's telling me that means something else, I think. Yeah, we could try it. Let's try it.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, when I was looking at it earlier, this is definitely like, this becomes YouTube video and then the ID like 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think so what YouTube video ID is, I mean, we could give it the YouTube video ID, but it's not the link. It's going to be so
No.
so when we talk to the YouTube API, or there's an actual number, so each YouTube video has a number assigned to it. So I think we got to put in that number, and then it allows us to. Yeah, that's for something else though. I mean, that's not going to. Let's try it. Let's try using the. Now let's just try it. We can change it later.
That looks like it was created successfully.
Yeah. But we didn't put in the YouTube video link though.
No.
So. Well, let's refresh the random guy page and see what happens.
Yeah. Look at that.
If you click on play,
nothing, but
it still works. So
yeah, for being able to click on the link,
so what does the test do? It clicks on the link, or
yeah, it has a list of 3 of them, and then it clicks on it and it expects it to change it in the player and to change the order of the like the way it's laid, you know. So I'd need to create a couple more.
But you didn't have to click on it twice, so that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's all we're checking, right? But
okay, so then if I refresh the page, I suppose I could have given them different titles, huh? Yeah, that would have made more sense. No, I mean, you can see, I guess if I click on that, it doesn't change the order. All right.
Is it supposed to change the order?
I think so. I can go back to the test and have a look. It changes. No, it's not looking maybe at the order. It's looking at. Let me inspect this, and it's looking at the video contents. Yeah, here, the video contents. So it's looking at this.
Okay.
So I guess maybe event instance find one dot title is equal to event test 1, and then 2. Okay, so So now if I refresh the page, it'll be easier for us to see what's happening. No.
You need to save when you assign the title. You need to save it.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. So this here.
So when you do the find again, it's pulling up a new record. So you're not so. So yeah. I would assign it to a variable and then save the variable. So like you.
Okay.
Right.
It's here. Event 1 equals an event 1 dot save.
Yep.
Undefined method save for event 1 string. Because it's event 1 is just the string, not the event.
Here,
so I need to, instead of doing dot title, I can do dot update, which will save it.
Okay.
And then title, and then that, like that.
Yeah, that works too.
There we go. So now true, I think it means that it's saved, and I'll just check this before I do all of them again. There we go. Yeah, that worked. So this would be that, this would be that, and then this would be that, and this would be that. And then if I refresh it, okay, so now I have 3, right? So then so the idea is that it was laid out like this, like 3, 2, 1, but it was 2, 1, 2, 1, 0, and then the test is clicking on the second one, and it should be here, which it is, and here, if I look at the video contents, which I think is this one here, it should say video, event test 2. So yeah, so it's working fine when you click it just once in the browser. But if I come here to the test, for example, and if I delete this, so I'm just clicking on the PP on Hello World feature 1 once, and come here to my tests. No. Yeah. No. Yeah, so it seems like it's waiting, because there's that pause, but then it fails. Then if I come here and I put this back and then run it again, it'll pass. And then I guess like one of the things as well is that I'm getting this error, like, well, not error, I'm getting these warnings here, like about this double click, Google Ads.doubleclick, and there's also this static.doubleclick.net. There's this cross-origin request blocked, which I have this CORS that I can enable, but that doesn't change anything. And like you can see here, it passes. So, I mean, the other thing is that I tried adding a separate step that's like double click, although again, like in the browser.
What is the CSS? You said you changed to CSS and then this started failing. What was that?
So it started it started after this commit here. So if I, for example, if I git checkout, and then I 5b whatever, blah blah. So now I'm on the whitelist Slack channel name, which for some reason didn't get pulled in when I did git pull upstream. Then I ran this test, and I guess I can. It should have updated, yeah. So this is just clicking on it once, and this was passing at this point. And then
so this branch is passing. So the next branch
is
causing the failure.
Yeah. So check out, and it started with an F. Yeah. So this one here, if I run the test again, and then I can go, while that's running, I can say get diff and get the difference between the two. And so I added like here, this I think just has to do with
that's
Linux.
That's nothing.
So then I added a CSS class new project button. I added a CSS class stack search button, container jumbotron is all CSS. I deleted this bit of CSS here. This to do with the layout sidebar. And yeah, this I think I just changed to be 9 instead of a 6. This is nothing, no change there. Then I deleted some of the stuff from the project's listing partial and did see it, other adding CSS classes and stuff here. Yeah, this is all should be all the same. This is all in the partial, the listing partial, project listing partial.
So you don't know which one caused the failure?
No, and I went grabbing bits in like kind of one by one on what I added and went there and re-added it to the files where I had deleted it and went running the tests, and I wasn't able to find which one of these actually would have would cause that. Yeah, and that's it. That's the end. So it's just like, yeah, changing listing partials and CSS. So I don't know how that has anything to do with the. I guess I'll come here and show the failure.
I mean, it's interesting that you click on it twice and it works.
And also it works if I go in Pry, for example, as well, and I call that like capybara to click on it, because then it clicks on it in the Pry session, and then I exit out of it and it continues on and clicks on it a second time in the as part of the step definition. I mean, I didn't try pushing it up to the build to see if it failed on the build, like before adding that second click. So I'm not sure if it would fail on the build, but probably.
Is there any way I can pull this down? Do you have it up there?
Yeah, it's in a PR request. So if you just git fetch but I mean, it's there. It's passing. Well, it's failing that code smell, but it's passing the
797.
Yeah, do you want me to put it here?
All right. Let's see.
Mm. Shit. What did I just do?
All right, I got it on my system.
Oh. Gonna share screen.
Sure. All right.
I mean, I thought it, like, when I first ran into this, I thought it had something. I mean, it seems like it had something to do with, like, I don't know, like the JavaScript changes we made, because, but then it originated like when I put that in that whitelist Slack channel commit. That was after the changes had been made to the had been added to the index.js.erb for the search functionality to work. And it was before we started adding the stuff for the infinite scroll.
Okay.
So it was really surprising to me that that's where it started failing.
Which commit was it that was last passing?
That at the very top, whitelist Slack channel name, the fix failing tests and whitelist Slack channel name. So that was
Okay.
It was passing in that one.
This one is where it's failing.
No, I think that one's before. Is there anything higher than the whitelist Slack channel?
I mean, well, this is the. I mean, I'm on this branch. This is where you put in the double test, right? Or double click.
Yeah, but I think it was a commit above the whitelist Slack channel.
There's no commit above the whitelist Slack channel.
Weird. I have after that, I have the start redesign of index page. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more commits after that. Oh,
okay.
Sorry. So sorry. I did push up. I can send you the commit hash.
Now that doesn't help if I don't have it on my system.
Oh no. Okay. Why that would be.
Yeah, I just pulled from your GitHub. So if you do a git status, what does that say?
Oh yeah, right. I know. That's all feature support stuff.
Change that. Doesn't.
Yeah, my git log.
Like when I do a git status, it says your branch. Yeah. Oh, right there. This is my branch is behind by 4 commits. So it seems like you haven't pushed up your last 4. Wait? No, because then. Okay, so maybe I need to do a git pull. That's weird. Okay, I should have it now. That's weird. I thought.
Yeah, there
we go. All right, so this one you say was the last passing, and you introduced changes here that made it fail.
Yeah, and then I Yeah, then I had the commit after that, the add infinite scroll functionality and clean up partials was where I pushed that up, and then I realized it was failing.
Yeah. So if we is this a commit? This is several different files, huh? This one commit.
No, yeah, there's a couple different files there.
All right. Here we go. These are all your changes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, which one was that? AFBCF. Okay, so I want to go to this one. All right. So what I would do here, so we're on the branch that was last passing. What was the test?
It's Cucumber features, users. Hold on, I just tell me is that closed. User videos, user underscore videos.
User videos.
Yeah.
Is there a certain line number?
39.
So generally, I don't know. I mean, you can do it however you want, but the way I was taught is that for each commit, you want to make sure that your commits are small and they're relevant to each other.
Yeah.
So here you've got one commit that includes like changes in JavaScript changes, style sheets, projects controller, layouts. So this probably, unless you're like changing some, like renaming a variable in each one of these, like that would be relevant, right? To have all these different changes across the project in different files. But this kind of tells me that like layout changes probably can be a separate commit from like JavaScript changes.
Yeah.
And then when you got like small,
well, I think those were, because like if you that thing there that you're looking at was like 4 commits that you're talking.
Right.
But I guess the layouts that would have been in the same. That's why like on if you looked at that commit where the changes started where it started failing, they're all changes to do with the layout, like in somewhere.
Okay.
And then, but I guess like the changes to the controllers and the JavaScript and all that kind of stuff are related to the search functionality.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so I mean, what I would do is like, let's see, we don't need all these.
Yeah.
Anyways, so here's the first file. So
I mean, is it failing where you are as well?
What's that?
Is it failing on yours as well, on your machine?
It's passing right now, but once let's try to make it fail though by adding all this information in.
Yeah.
So here, starting at line 6, you got all this you added all this.
Adding CSS classes, yeah.
What I do is just take this, copy it, or cut it, then come here, and that goes down to, what was it? This thing is starting at line 1, here, line 10. Yep. Okay. I should just paste over it. I think I'm doing too much at one time. I'm going to get confused.
Yeah.
But so here, so you add this there. Let me get rid of those. So that's one. And then you add this in between there. Right under activity. Do you know where you added the stack search?
I think that's on the same file. I think it was just like breaking up like what didn't change on that file.
Right, right.
So I think like that padding in the middle and that margin 10 for the class activity is something that didn't change. So it just.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what line.
If you want, maybe easier.
Line 87.
If you're planning on doing the whole file, maybe I can copy and paste the entire file from that commit and paste it to Slack or something, and then you can just copy and paste it into the.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That works.
That way we can work together. So that was on where. So this is on the first one that we started getting the failures, which was this FA188B7. So go there. All right, it's on there now, and then I'll open that up. And what file is it that I need to copy there? The project
to be the app assets, style sheets, global projects.
SCSS, yeah, with the okay. So copy all that, and then I'll paste that into your channel. I know I've talked to you before, but it might have been a little while ago that I had a conversation DM. So Nicholas,
I'll
which there you were. I saw you. Papa Nick, there we go. So I'm copying the CSS is there, and then
perfect.
I'll grab the project's JavaScript. Although that shouldn't be a change, but yeah.
This is the whole file.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Yeah, so that's done. So then let's.
So you're gonna change that one file and then run the tests and then.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
We'll figure out. Yeah, so this will be much faster. So we'll figure out
which file it is, and then we can work at figuring out which actual
Yeah.
Down.
I don't know. Me, I'd kind of like to know why this is happening, right?
Me too. Yeah. I mean, and also it seems like a dirty fix to just like, oh well, it's passing, so
Yeah.
it's passing. But if it's passing and it's not supposed to be passing, then I mean, it seemed like to me like it's interesting that we're not getting the same behavior in the browser. But I was thinking it had something to do with like a prevent default, you know. But then if you go to when you click on that link, like it's actually I went to the event instance JS and event prefault is in there. So
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say what's happening because these testing frameworks, it's a lot of there's a lot of configuration around these testing frameworks that I don't quite understand. So yeah, so that's passing. So let's change the next file, which was
the JavaScript, the projects.javascript.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I copied it there.
Okay. Oh, did you? I don't think there's anything to change in that file, though.
I don't think so either, but maybe because it's just that new line. Like, it's just the. But I mean, you might. I don't know.
We can do it anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I guess I can see also the get diff and see what the next file is. So the next file would be this sidebar.scss. So I'll go there, sidebar.
Yep.
.scss and copy and paste. I mean, I just had a double check that I didn't actually like accidentally delete some closing curly brace but it doesn't look like I did. So I think that JavaScript file wasn't actually changed. I mean, it was changed, but changed in just because of them using a Linux and.
Yeah, it does the same thing on my system. I got Git, so it's the way you got Git set up. It adds so like when I save, it automatically adds a line at the end there. And so yeah, it'll add that new line at the end, and that's all it's doing.
Yeah. Okay.
So this was the sidebar.
Oh, the JavaScript didn't have anything to do with it?
No, it's passing.
Okay.
So here I got the status, and then I got the sidebar, right? So all right, so this should pass too. And the next file is going to be.
Well, there's a project controller, but again, that's just
moving a line. Yeah, we can. Yeah, I'm not really concerned about that. It's probably one of these files down here.
So maybe sidebar.html.erb.
Yeah, let's do this one next.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I did do this yesterday, but I'm happy to do it again, you know,
I'm sorry.
just to try to figure it out, because maybe I missed something. It seems like I would have to have missed something, because it doesn't just fail for no reason.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean.
Oh, there. We got a failure, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Wow. Where? So what file was that?
That was.
So I did miss something.
Not this file. It was the JavaScript file.
Really?
Yeah. Be sure it was a JavaScript file. Let me.
No, that was the. No, it was the. It was the SCSS file.
Oh, okay. Yeah, whatever file. Well, I don't think I saved that yet, or did we? I'm getting confused. Yeah. It should be the sidebar file instead of the JavaScript. Let's see.
Because
so here we'll do this. Git status. So yeah, git diff sidebar. So we just added the margin, eh?
The margin left, yeah. And I'm sure that I popped that in there, and because I was thinking that maybe that had something to do with maybe something else has the same class or something.
Let's add that. Here, so we got the sidebar. Now if I stash this, it's stashed and the test.
Fucking crazy, huh?
Yeah.
And I mean, why? Yeah. Okay. Because I would imagine that, like, even if that margin left, like, took the link off of the page, like, why would it I would expect it not to find the link, not for it to find the link and click on it and then
so it's passing, and then and
then you stash apply. Yeah.
Okay, so now we got that bundle. So cucumber.
And then it's fading. Sidebar.css. You're the one that's gonna fuck us. So that's really weird as well, because that's an ID. So ID, not sidebar content, feels like that should only occur at one place on all of the pages, because IDs are unique.
Wow, that's interesting. Let's do. I want to take a look at this test, see what it's clicking.
Yeah, I mean, I dropped it in binding.pry and I went through like the step definitions and all this kind of stuff, and like that video description is that ID video contents, you know. And then those links, like you saw in the browser, what those look like on when we added those. But yeah, weird, man. Why would?
So it's clicking.
So I'm gonna remove this margin left and see if I get it passing here on the same.
Yeah, it sounds good.
The same branch. I mean, I was just trying to pull all that content to the left because it was kind of like a little bit centered. And again, like why would messing with an ID? Like IDs are unique, right? So there's only one.
But you didn't mess with the ID though, right?
No.
So this test is actually, it's not looking for an ID, it's looking for actual text.
Yeah. And it's finding the text though, right? So, mine was finding the text, and it was clicking on the text. So, and it wasn't erroring out that it wasn't a. All right. That's weird. Huh. So I got a different error. Mine was failed out on the I am on the profile page. It was saying request to the local host users /slug ma failed to reach server. Check DNS or server status.
Oh, that's not good. It seems like something that should be. Let
me refresh the page.
It seems like there's something that should be stubbed there. It's not stubbed.
Yeah, so like in my browser, I'm able to visit the pages without a problem.
Do you run the test again?
Yeah.
Are you just running that number 37 test?
39, yeah.
39.
Status fail error, capybara, poltergeist. Google APIs is something. It says something about Google APIs as well. Yeah, waiting for Google APIs. CSS family locked.
Yeah, so that's
fast. Yeah,
it's just something. It had these one of these tests is not stubbed, and so when it tried to connect to the outside world, there was just an issue.
Interesting, huh? So it fails with negative 50 pixels on a ID that doesn't have anything to do with the page. But I'm gonna go back to this.
What is it that's that you're moving on this website here?
So if you look at this on the project's index page, like there's the ID not sidebar. So if I search for that here, not sidebar content, that's here. This div here that's in the middle that has everything that's not the sidebar.
Okay.
So there's a div that's not sidebar, and then there's a div that's not sidebar content, and that's the one that I was pulling to the left. But then, like if I go back to this page, which
but you're not pulling it. I mean, I forget what negative margin values do.
Yeah, well, I don't know if pull is the right word, but it like brings all the contents to the whatever side that you're. So you can't have like negative padding, but you can have negative margin.
Right, but that might hide part of the but like you're saying, the text should still be there, right?
Yeah, it's finding. Oh, well, weird. Okay, so this ID is being displayed on every page, I guess. So I just put in a negative 20, and that's coming up with the same error about timing out. No open resource requests. Actually, that's a little bit different, maybe. Yeah, right. So even though it is unique to that one element is being used on several different pages. So if I do like a margin of negative 20 pixels, for example, then it passes. The negative 50 fails. So let's try negative 30. I mean, maybe there's a better way of doing what I want to do without having a negative margin at all, or just putting the stuff that I want to move in a class or its own unique ID. But I'm just curious now. Yeah, and also like, yeah, I guess I'm not immediately understanding why. Because it is finding, like if you go through, if you drop into binding.pry and you go through the step definitions, it says expected to find the feature one text, but it's finding new text. So it's not like, yeah, it seems like it's not actually clicking on the thing. Okay, so that failed. Oh no, that failed because of the profile thing. It's weird that I'm getting errors today because I wasn't getting those errors yesterday about this Google API stuff. Okay, so that's passing with negative 30. Negative 40.
Just go negative 49.
Yeah, right. Start counting back down. I guess I can show you what it looks like with. I mean, maybe I don't need negative margin at all. I feel like it was giving me less room for the 3 per row, but maybe it's not actually. Because I think that also, yeah, maybe maybe that's a faulty assumption, because I think the thing is that there's still only 12 like column. There's still only 12 columns in the grid, and 9 of them are being taken up by the projects list, and 3 are being taken up by the sidebar content. That's the sponsors. So even if I do move it negative 50 pixels to the left, it's not going to increase this. There you go. So that was the failure happened when I increased it to 40.
But I mean, when you do a negative margin though, isn't it going to like hide some of your content?
It doesn't seem like it has, like, unless like, I mean, in this case, like the content, I think, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe there's like, because I removed, there was the, I mean, I think maybe in this, yeah, I think in this one here, I can actually search and then, I don't know, like members, maybe I can show. No, premium, no. There's still another page that, oh, it's the project show. So if I go here to the show the project, oh no, so that's removed as well. Yeah, there was, I don't know. Oh yeah, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I can come here on the production site, and I can come here to the projects, and you can see like it has all these current projects, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I removed that, but there was still like quite a big gap. Like I think maybe it was just this gap here, or maybe it was a little bit bigger. That was that I felt like since I was struggling to get 3 on each row, that was maybe taking up too much space. But then like I was just saying, like if I inspect this, if I have a look here, like this not sidebar content is taking up 9. Where is it? Here is taking up these 9 grid
Yep.
columns. So even moving it, like moving the margin, is not going to give it more. Is not going to give it actually more space, because it's still going to occupy this 9. It just maybe would move it further away from this, or maybe it moved the whole thing.
So when you use grids, if you want space, you have to have empty columns.
Yeah.
Or you have to, or I mean, there's other ways to do it too, but it's been a while since I've done any front end stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I think like ultimately, like, I mean, I'm running the test just to, so that at 35 it fails as well. So I'm not sure I'm not sure.
I think what is happening is that you're hiding content or hiding text. When you're moving the margin, it's hiding text. And maybe the testing environment can't see the text because it's hidden because of the margin change.
Yeah, it's just I mean, it seems like that's definitely what's happening, but at the same time, like, if that's what's happening, then isn't it saying that I can't find it? Like, why is it coming up with that error? You know, and why is it that like when
it's weird
clicking on it, but then it's, so I'm hearing this, and we can recreate like what it would look like, I guess, maybe. Although I don't know, like you said, maybe it would be different in the testing environment. So that's with the margin left of -50.
Awesome. Okay.
And
so the test clicks on
one of these, but it's not, the window size wouldn't be, so, you know, maybe, I'm not sure exactly if we can look at what the window size would be. I think you can actually, I think in Copybar, you can resize the window as well. So you can tell it's like, before it actually tries to click on that element, to resize it to a bigger, but anyways, I think all of that stuff would just be to quell curiosity, because ultimately, like, just that margin, -50 margin, I think would be fine. Fucking, come on. There we go. So yeah, like, and if I'm resizing it, even if it's really small, like, you can still see the text, and then if I click on it, it still works.
Yeah, it's a tough one. What is what is it? That's under if you go to members, click on a member.
Yeah,
And then
if you,
there's videos.
I went to the random guy at the top and clicked on my account.
Okay. But then we had to add videos, huh?
Yeah.
We did that by doing.
And I mean, yeah, it definitely clicked on the thing. And then I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely happy that we, so I guess if I get rid of that and have no margin at all, like no negative margin at all, and then I click on the projects, and then I still have the three projects on each row, and I don't know, I don't even notice that much of a difference. So I don't know why really I was adding that.
Yeah.
And I can put it, I can put it here just to, originally I had like a negative 150 margin. Imagine that. Then it wouldn't even found the link. Oh, I feel like if it didn't find the link, it would have been easier to debug. So that's what I mean, I can go clicking it on and off to see the difference, but that's what it looks like. Just, yeah, it moves it a little bit to the left, but you can see like, yeah, so that's a really clear confirmation of what I was saying, that it doesn't give it any more space at all. It just gives it more space in between the sponsor links or the sponsor.
Yeah.
So, and does that extra space between the projects and the sponsors do anything like at all besides fail the tests and make my life more, our lives more? I mean, I don't think that changes.
I don't think it's that. I mean, yeah, you could get into a whole debate about that, about user experience, but I think for our purpose, it probably, I don't know. I think at this state, it doesn't really make that big of a difference.
No. All right. Well, that's awesome that we figured that out, and also frustrating that. I mean, but it's really nice to be able to see that. I mean, I guess I'm glad having gone through that to see that seemingly unrelated things can make a difference.
Yeah.
Although,
what test is failing.
That was on sidebar.css, no?
Yeah.
So did I just went here and I don't see that margin negative 50 here on the latest. Weird. So GST. Oh, did I delete it? Oh, yeah, I did delete it. Why? How did that happen? That's weird.
I think you deleted it to see if the test would pass.
Ah, on the, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. When I was, but then why did it? Oh, yeah. Because I didn't switch branches. I just switched commits. So then, but I didn't change the test. So I'm going to go back and just click on change the test to click just once. And then make sure it's still passing and push it up. And I mean, I'm trying to think, like, I really feel like I did that yesterday. When I was trying to debug it before I got to the whole why clicking on it twice works. Okay, so I'm going to remove that and then run the test again. Did you want to have a look at the search by technologies implementation?
I don't have time today.
No.
I need to do some family stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I would like to take a look at it one day.
Okay.
I think today's Friday. Yeah, it might be available. It might be available tomorrow. I'm not sure.
I guess that's failing because of the failed to reach server. I wonder why that started today. That
Maybe one of the maybe their site or maybe your internet connection or maybe the site's having issues. But yeah, I mean that should ideally that should be stubbed so we don't get any of those type of failures. Even I mean you should be able to. I mean you could just I think I mean we can run this offline so you could just run it offline and it'll still work for some reason. I don't quite understand why.
Yeah, that's interesting. Because so remove negative margin, and then it's failing tests. Cool. That's awesome, man. That seems like a much better way to fix the test than actually. Before I push it up, maybe I'll. I guess maybe before you go, is there a way that I can't think of for me to be able to what the code smell was complaining about was that I already have maybe the functionality to be able to handle the scrolling, like in the events instances JS, like, although I'm not seeing it. So maybe I need to go have a look at where that's actually talking about. But like, is there a way for me to be able to, does it not matter that it doesn't need to be in its own folder that's like for the pipeline to, like the assets pipeline to work? Like,
let's see.
That makes sense. So it's saying that event instances.js and one other location. Assets JavaScript events instance. Spec. No, I don't want spec. I want the assets events instances.js. Like, so here they already have a scrolling.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this is a good website. Interesting. I'm sorry. I was looking at the ticket. So I don't know if you know. So.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if you know this, but if you come here and say read up and you click on that, it pops up. It pops up more information on how you can fix it.
Oh, cool.
So it's basically saying, just dry out your code. And I didn't read this. Maybe there's something in there.
Okay, cool.
But then it has all these links to like refactoring.
Yep.
To this website, Source Making. So I was just taking a look at that website. It seems pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have a look at that then.
But what's this? Page 76. It's interesting.
That's in the book, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I guess that's the book. All right, so anyways, similar blocks of code found in two locations, consider refactoring. So I guess the similar block of code is that right there, the get script?
Yeah, like, I mean, it's
The get script.
pretty much doing even the if, well, if more post URL is a little bit different, I guess, than the if URL.
This is an event instance. I mean that.
Yeah, I mean, even the URL, like on the event instances JS, like the line 29, line 30, line 31. I guess line 32 I didn't put, but and line 33, that's, yeah, it's all the same, but how do I get it to, like,
I like this. It says it's about 50 minutes to fix.
Yeah. That's good.
I don't think I have 50 minutes, Matt.
No, go do your family stuff. I was just wondering if you had like a short answer, like on how to get it to.
Let's see, where are these?
I thought that you had to have JavaScript that was like page specific, you know?
Yeah, you can. I mean, that's good, I think. But there's also JavaScript that's site-wide, and you can have JavaScript that's site-wide, JavaScript that's page-specific. And I mean, it would make sense that if we're going to be implementing this, what's it called, the infinite scroll versus the pagination.
Yeah.
I guess it would make sense, to kind of put that into like a site-wide JavaScript. And then if a certain page has pagination still, then that can override the site-wide JavaScript. I don't know if that's possible, but
the thing is, they still do have like pagination as well. Like, that's the thing that's interesting about this infinite scroll, is that it starts off with, like, so for people who have JavaScript disabled, for example, they still have pagination, but I mean, maybe it's just as simple as like this on, like, I wonder, this on this event instances, it has like this if clause that would be preventing it from being able to use this pagination, because it's like if the ID of hg container plus pagination dot length, which doesn't exist on the page that I'm not sure if it would be just as simple as commenting that out and then it would work, but I'm not sure. Yeah, go do the family thing, and yeah, I'll be around tomorrow. But if I mean, mostly on the weekends I'm doing stuff like with courses, and but if not this weekend, then maybe towards the beginning of the week.
Yeah, I work at the beginning of the week pretty much all day. I might get an hour or two, like in the evening, like around 5. So it'd be like 9 o'clock your time.
Yep.
But I don't know if you're available at that time on the weekdays.
It depends on the day. Like Monday, but every other day I would be. So.
All right.
But I can definitely, if tomorrow you're around, like, just just ping me and I can switch gears.
That sounds good. Yeah, let me think. I'm gonna keep this in my head. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll get back to you later today or tomorrow.
Cool. Awesome.
Cool.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
man. That's
See you
good. See ya.